Hello everybody, time for another video. I think this video resonates a little bit closer for me because I am the same race of which my comments is going to be about. So, this is not for white people. Okay, so all the white people can leave the room now. Teacher will call you back when he's done. Okay, now that all the white people have left, I'm talking to you people of color. Okay? My gripe that I have is obviously there's a whole bunch of stereotypes going around. Some of the stereotypes are put in place by the previous government. Some of the stereotypes have been put in place by ourselves. But if I have an opportunity to go and work at a corporate company as an example, besides my accent and all that other nuances that makes colored people very, very interesting. If there is a stereotype that colored people don't have front teeth, and you don't like that stereotype, don't pull your front teeth. If there's a stereotype that all colored people are gangsters, don't walk into the office going, hosh, 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 hosh. Right? I think where this video is coming from is my eldest Isaiah is at the school Monument Park. Right? Historically, it was a white school. Historically, it had only white principals up until this point now, where he has a colored principal. And obviously, for me, being a person of color, I was proud of the fact that the person that is leading the school that my kid goes to looks like me. That's nice. But when you hear that this principal is the reason why the school standards are going down, and yes, I blame the principal if the school standards are going down. Because there was a principal in Mitchell's Plain that took over Spine Road High and he completely turned that school around. So it comes from the top. Right? So, when I hear that this principal is doing nepotism, and when I hear that this principal is not managing the school right, and when I hear this principal is bringing the standard of the school down, then I'm embarrassed. Because I know this principal came from Bernardino Heights, which is a colored area. With a colored, he was a principal at Bernardino Heights High, which is a colored high school. And I would think that him coming to an historically white school, he would take the opportunity and show people that want to apply a stereotype to him to prove them wrong. I myself is focusing every single day on breaking stereotypes. The stereotype that colored fathers cannot be fathers. The stereotype that colored men are bad. And more so people coming from Mitchell's Plain. So just as an example, I come from Mitchell's Plain. I moved to Kraaifontein as an upgrade. But now what if I bring Mitchell's Plain's kak here? So I'm not interested in raising myself to what I thought the Kraaifontein level was. I am now bringing Kraaifontein down to Mitchell's Plain level. Then I could have most stayed in Mitchell's Plain. Is that not the point? So when I hear a principal, and this is just an example, this you can apply to anybody of color in any situation. Why would you want to give people the opportunity to say, look there, that is how they are, and they've just proven us right. So imagine I'm going to a party, and people are saying, hey, Cedric is a scallum. And in response, I steal somebody's cell phone. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't you want to do better? Don't you want to elevate yourself? Now, let me tell you, I'm never going to change my accent. Not for anybody. Okay? And I'm not going to change who I am. Colored people are colorful people. But I'm not going to perpetuate stereotypes so that people that don't know me and possibly judge me based on how I look is going to have confirmation that their stereotype is correct. Why would you put yourself in that position? So, this is now where I change the video. I'm addressing the principle of Monument High. And I'm saying, when you said you coming from Bernardino Heights High, and you have now taken over Monument Park High, I felt proud. Because one of my colored brothers has upgraded himself and broken the barrier where we can only perform in our own areas, and we can only perform amongst our own people, maybe even that. Now when I hear how the school standards is going down, the matrics they have to send messages to the parents to say that the matrics is not coming to school. I find out that there's nepotism in the school, and now that the schools is open, now all of a sudden you want to send 1 million messages to say the work is done, as if you weren't planning on the school to open up. I have to ask, obviously there was 100 people saying this colored principal is not going to cut it in the school, and there goes the neighborhood. And what did you do? You prove them right. You weakening our case against our critics. Now, when a dog barks, nobody questions the dog. And because they say that is what a dog is. And unfortunately, the reality of this thing is, if you have a criminal record and you kill somebody 50 years ago, and you kill somebody today again, people's going to say, he's up to his shit again. This guy is a murderer. So when people come to me and say, Cedric, you know what? You are showing us that colored men can be good dads. Colored men can be good husbands. I feel proud because I am not perpetuating that stereotype, and I'm doing it one person at a time through example, not commentary. Because it's also easy to comment. So yeah, that is my rant, man. Yes, when you're a black person, and there are people that saying black people are wild, and you go to a nature reserve and you act wild, you're just confirming their stereotype about you. You need to break that. And yeah, you can argue, you don't care what people say about you, but how are you going to change those people's minds? Because how people see you is how people treat you. Okay, and I mean, I can tell you now, when I go out to a restaurant, my kids know how to behave, because I'm not going to be victim to someone telling me, kyk da, hy mense wel 'n witty. I might have the money to be able to eat here, but you can see that they don't have the claws. I mean, come on, man, guys, man. So what must I do now? So I moved out of Mitchell's Plain to go to a better area and put my child in a better school, and now you come and bring your Bernardino Heights cuck to my school. Can you see what we're getting at? Guys, please take this in the light that I'm giving it. I'm not criticizing you. I'm not saying that you should. If you want to be a soetwater colored, be a soetwater colored, but be a soetwater colored in soetwater. Don't be a soetwater colored in Gauteng. Okay? Thank you very much.